afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this special occasion. My name is Morgan Sheehan, and I'm the Assistant Athletic Director of Communications. Just like many of our teams at UNCP, the women's basketball team has definitely given us a lot to cheer about, especially in the last 2 seasons. Today is another special day for the program as we announce our 10th head women's basketball coach in program history. For the format of the press conference, you will hear from our #1 fan, Dr. Robin Gary Cummings, Chancellor of UNCP. You'll also hear from Director of Athletics, Dick Christie, who will then introduce our next head women's basketball coach. So without further ado, Chancellor Robin Gary Cummings.
So, good afternoon, and Dick said keep it real short. Don't call out any names. A reference from my past experience. So first I want to thank Coach John Haskins for the incredible commitment that he's shown to this university and to the women's basketball program, spending more than 30 years at UNC Pembroke, with 20 of those years as head coach of our Lady Braves. He and Kelly have truly been a part of Brave Nation family, and the impact of your commitment, both of your commitment, will continue for years. I'm proud of the success this program has had under your leadership, John, and I must say, you are going out with flair, my friend. Last year, the ladies had one of the most exciting wins to become conference tournament champions. And if you were at that game, you were screaming and yelling the entire time. It was an exciting time. This year, the team captured both the regular season and the conference tournament title. He recorded his 250th win and earned Coach of the Year. Not a bad day's work, sir. I really could not be more proud to see someone with an outstanding career end with such an amazing year. You know, John, one of my favorite sayings, always try to leave things a little bit better than you found them. I think you knocked that one out of the park. I also told you that one thing you want to do as a leader is always lay a strong foundation for your successor. I think you've done that as well. Kelsey, Hannah, Zaria, and all the others, you guys are in for an exciting next year. John, thank you for the foundation that you've laid. Now, I read in your comments that you want to enjoy golf, traveling, and volunteering. I hope in that order. I envy you, sir. Job well done. I'm always honored that AD Christie asked me to be a part of our coaching interviews and selection process. And this search proved no different. It was a very competitive search and yielded several great talented candidates. Importantly, that each displayed a strong desire to join UNC Pembroke. And I believe, again, John, that's because of the foundation that they see that's in place at this university and the commitment of this university to ladies basketball as well as to all of our athletic programs. I truly believe all could have done a good job in the position, but the one selected, I have zero doubt, will do a fantastic job, and I can't wait to see what her legacy is in the future, leading the program forward. The success of our athletic programs is critical to the success of this university. Athletics is the front porch to the university for many people, and this year we've hit a new stride, with many of our teams securing titles and competing in the NCAA tournament. Baseball had a signature series win this past weekend over a highly ranked team. Swimming and wrestling, we have 3 All-Americans after this weekend. And both men and women competed in the NCAA basketball tournament. Our programs are attracting top student athletes who perform not only well in their sports, but I'm proud to say they perform well in the classroom. Their success raises the university's profile and enhances our reputation for excellence as a university. That success starts with leadership. Everything starts and flows from good, strong leadership. So I'm pleased to introduce Athletic Director Dick Christie. Dick will present our new head coach for women's basketball to carry forward the championship experience we offer through all of our athletic programs. Again, John and Kelly, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. I always expect you to steal a little thunder. Tabby, thank you. We are here today just one business day after our season because of the continued commitment and largely because one man continues to put his team and his staff ahead of himself. Coach Haskins would have much rather quietly rode off this spring into the sunset, but he knew that our ability to get ahead of the coaching carousel and the search process would give us the deepest candidate pool and give our young ladies the best chance for a seamless transition. For that, I want to say again, thank you, Coach. Round of applause for John and Kelly. We had many qualified candidates, and rightfully so. For a team that's won 45 games in 2 years and 3 championships, it's a rising star in the Southeast, and it's an opportunity that a lot of people sought after. And I just want to say, particularly for our team in attendance, great job, ladies, in making this a place to be. You absolutely helped us through the search process. I had the chance to meet with our team, as I often do in our searches, very early in the process. And I always ask them for guidance. You know, what are the values that you want to see from the search? You know, what is it that you want to see moving forward? And this one-page summary really became the litmus test for our candidates. It was put in front of all of our finalists. And honestly, I think through the process, it becomes impressive to the candidates to see that the team's invested in that and they've got that level of vision for what they want to see moving forward. Ladies, we have found the leader that you sought. I'd like to thank our search committee. Andrea Jacobs, I know, is here. Christina Chow, Dr. Jessica Siegel, I saw in the back earlier, and Dr. Mike Kozub. Thank you all for your work on the search and your tireless efforts the last 6 weeks. It became clearer and clearer and clearer at every stage of the process that Kendra Samuels-Eaton was the right person for the opportunity, but also the challenge at UNC Pembroke. As one of our head coaches, one of our more particular head coaches who will go unnamed, commented during their interaction with the finalists when Kendra was on campus, simply, she's ready. Kendra was a dynamic player at the Division I level. She has been a constant learner. She is a servant leader as a coach and administrator, and she's been able to learn under amazing leaders. She has learned under Kelly Harper. She has learned under Norlin Finch, and she has learned under John Haskins. And just to put it briefly, she is a great human being, somebody I'm excited to bring back to Brave Nation. Make no mistake, Kendra Samuels-Eaton is ready. She used every stop in her career to prepare for this moment, and the future is bright for UNCP women's basketball under her leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 10th head coach in the history of UNCP women's basketball, soon to be Dr. Kendra Samuels-Eaton.
Wow, thank y'all. Thank you everyone for coming. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying not to be long. Some of you know that I'm very brief. I'd rather do my work on the court or in the classroom. So I just want to thank all of you for coming. First off, I want to thank the man upstairs. If it wasn't from him, I wouldn't be here today, so thank you for God. I would like to thank my family and friends, especially my mother, who couldn't be here today because she's taking care of my grandmother. But, showed me what hard work is, being a single parent home, raising 3 kids. I'd like to give a special shout out to my cousin Ashley, who's here today, who's represented for the Samuels family. So thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you. Love you to death. Mr. Haskins, Coach Haskins, and Ms. Haskins, thank you all. Since the day one I got here in 2017, you've been open arms to me and showing me what family is. And so I definitely appreciate you. Thank you for your confidence in me. And hopefully I can live up to your big shoe. Lastly, I'd like to thank Chancellor, Mr. Christie, Gio Morgan, the search committee. Thank you for selecting me. Hopefully I can be proud for you. I'm just taking it in. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and I just hope that I could be the best for you all, for the young ladies here. It doesn't stop here. I believe in competing on the court, but also competing in the classroom. And so I look forward to working with that, with you all as well. I just want to say thank everybody for coming here. I look forward for the next few years here, competing when it comes to Carolinas and winning some few games in the NCAAs. Okay? So thank you, everyone, and y'all have a good day. I want to be brief because I know there's going to be questions. So
at this point, we'll open the floor up for questions. Everybody in the room is eligible to ask a question. Questions can be directed at Coach Samuels-Eaton, Chancellor Cummings, or Athletic Director Dick Christie. The only person who is not taking questions is myself. So we ask that you guys please just stand up, and we'll kind of go one by one. Whoever wants to be brave enough to go ahead and start can, but anybody in the room is eligible to ask questions. I assume that Chris Stiles from the Roxtonian will want to start. So.
Gotcha.
All right. Dick said that you were the right fit for UNCP, but what made UNCP the right fit for you at this time in your career?
Why not? Coming back in 2017, I understood what the family atmosphere was here. I enjoyed the diverse community here, not only on campus, but in Pembroke, North Carolina. They've been doing well, as well as some of the young ladies that are here I help recruit. And so why not come back to a great school and a great university?
It can be difficult to replace somebody that's been in the position as long as Coach Haskins has and done so well. And so how do you take that challenge head on?
Taking it day by day. Recruiting, of course, is when I was here, they said recruit daily, prepare. So I plan on recruiting, plan on communicating with the community around here, being able to connect with the young ladies here, and going from there. I can only be the best person I can be. I can't be Coach Haskins. So just take it one day at a time.
And coaching changes often happen when a program's not doing well, but this is the opposite of that. So how much is it a reward to take over a successful program and hope to continue that?
It's a great reward, but there's still work to do. The last few years we've been getting out in the first round of the NCAAs. So my job or my goal is to win a couple of games in the NCAA. So there's always, you can always get better. So I just hopefully get us there.
What's one thing you hope to instill in every student athlete on the team?
Every student athlete? Good question. I think education is important. Like Mr. Christie said, I'm currently getting my doctorate right now. I plan on graduating on May 4th. So making sure they understand that the ball will stop bouncing one day and letting them know that education is important and can get you further in life.
Coach, you had a chance to play for and learn from some of the best history in the women's game. With Kelly Harper now at Tennessee, Nora Lynn Finch now at the ACC office. What's kind of the takeaway from them and how they molded your leadership?
With Kelly Harper, it's just the way she communicates with players. She wasn't a yeller. I'm not a yeller. I feel like you can get your things to point, whatever you want to talk, to the players. I think you could just have that one-on-one conversation. You don't always have to yell. And then just the way she loved them players. She did a great job doing that. And then working with Nora Lynn Finch, I think the biggest thing with her is this being genuine and building those relationships. She's very, like, I don't know if you ever met Dora Lynn, but when she comes into the room, she brightens it up. And so I just hope that I can be half of the woman that she is today.
I have a question. This question is actually be directed towards Chancellor Cummings. In your interview process with her, was there a specific leadership style or coaching point that really just stuck out with you and as to what made her the best candidate for the job?
So again, appreciate Dick allowing me to participate in the process. I wasn't told there were questions coming. We'll talk later, AD. But I think that, when I interview anyone, I'm looking at for three areas to focus on, and the competence. Can they do the job? And clearly, from your time in high school to her time at Western Carolina playing, and then the position she's held as a coach, the competence was there. The character, and as she and I spoke for an hour or so, that it was clear her character stood out, and you can see that in what she has said today. And then her commitment. UNC Pembroke is a special place, and just anyone's not going to succeed here. You've got to find someone here, as I tell folks, it's got to be a heart decision as well as a head decision. And Kendra totally convinced me that her heart leads black and gold, so I'm excited about her being here.
Coach, what are some of your goals in the first few months in this role?
The biggest goal is getting to know the student athletes here. I think that's important, especially if I'll be coaching them, as well as getting reacclimated to the university, as well as the community. I think that's important. So being out, doing community service, getting to know the faculty and staff here, because I believe it's a village. I think a village helps make a team successful, and so just doing all those little things to get us back to continue to build off the championship culture we have here.
Coach Eaton, Chris Stiles touched on it a little bit, but can you expound a little bit on what is it about Pembroke that makes it so special, why you wanted to come back now?
Wow. Like I said, it's a melting pot. I think this diverse of the campus, the university, the people, it felt like home. When I came back on my interview, it felt like I needed to be here. I felt like this UNCP just remind me of Winston, North Carolina, with the people and the love that everybody had for one another. And so when I came back, I knew this was a great spot for me.
Coach.
Yes, sir. What's up, Lamar?
Given all the landscape changes in D1, what is it about D2 that you feel is attractive for recruits and their families?
I think the biggest thing with D2 is the life and the balance. I think at Division I, yes, it's important, but I think at D2 they give you the opportunity to do everything. So you can play basketball and you can do an internship, or you can go study abroad. It's kind of hard doing that at Division I level, and so I think the D2 level gives you that balance of education and sport, and so that's what I enjoy about Division II level.
Coach, I think you kind of touched on it a little bit there, the potential of UNCP to recruits. I mean, what's your biggest pathway? What are you looking at when you hit the trail, and how do you sell UNCP as a place that, potential student athletes want to come to UNC Pembroke? What's your selling point?
My selling point will be the young ladies, of course. They enjoy it here. That would be one of my selling points. Like I said earlier, the diverse community that we have here, the winning culture that we have here. It takes a special type of recruit to be here at Pembroke. So basically just showing them the landscape that, hey, this is what we have and you can do some great things here. And if you want to help do that, then come on.
Are there any other questions for Coach Senior Lee?
I have one more.
Yes, sir.
Who's the GOAT all time in basketball?
The GOAT. Men's or women's?
Men's, and then women's next.
Men's. So I'm a firm believer that there's a GOAT for each era. And so when I say, of course, MJ is a GOAT of his era, I think LeBron's a GOAT of his era. I think the next era, the next GOAT will probably be Giannis. And so those are my three GOATs. Women's basketball, Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, and I don't know a lot of people know about this one, but Shamika Holtzclaw. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my GOATs. So hopefully that answers your question. Thank you.
So that will conclude the formal press conference today. Thank you guys all for joining us. We really appreciate it. Stay tuned to UNCP Athletics social media accounts as there will be a lot more features coming on Coach Samuels-Eaton. She will also be available for pictures at the conclusion of this by the backdrop, so feel free to take pictures with our new head women's basketball coach. Thank you guys again for joining us today.